Last episode of Yakuza Fiancé, we were introduced to Shoma, who I very much like, and he is about to get his own introduction to Kirishima, and Yoshino will just find herself right in the middle of it. According to the title of this episode, is he smart or stupid? I kind of feel like that is a question that could be directed to both of the boys, honestly. For Kirishima and Shoma, I feel like that could just be directed to the both of them, but we will just have to see. Full lengths are on Patreon, early access, and a YouTube membership. Other than that, let's get started. God, man, it's got such a broad shoulder, but like such a small waistline, dude. I guess you could say that's kind of like an hourglass figure. Actually, no, he's got skinny legs. We've met before. Okay. I mean, at her school, he was looking at her. You trying to start some shit? Sending my hint. I move on my own beat. Spark a war with the West. Or a deterrent, whichever one. Oh. Personal reasons. So... Oh. What the hell are you even getting out of this? Yes, of course. Oh, here's Yoshino. Give me your tracker. A clone of my phone. The fuck? Uh-oh. Now that I've seen him, you ain't safe. Oh, here she is in the middle. A damn stalker. Oh, shit. Ha! Uh-oh. Alright. I was gonna say, they got that second to brawl. He's crazy. Too much of an advantage. That's what I don't. Why do you want to beat him? Give your own life before. So why are you here? Following the rules? Instead of just going back to Osaka? For you, of course. Duh. Ha! Yeah, so Shoma make that mention, but then Kirishima's like, nah, that ain't it, dog. Ooh, give her a hug. Of course. Oh, there's Kirishima. The fuck, dog? She never hugged me. Well, she's going around hugging this guy. Oh. Hey, yo, dog, what kind of shampoo do you use? You use some cologne? Oh, it's a 2-for-1 special. Oh, she's reminiscing. Shoma! Ooh! I Engi! Hey, yo, that's a good pen flipping skill. Mm. It's still a little different. You really kind of don't have to for right now. I mean, he's already... Why are you fucking searching? Got this shit for free. I love that he just sent a text to her like that. Does he still have your original phone? Does that mean that he's getting that text too? Yeah, what a creep, am I right? Looks like you're packing up. Uh-oh! No, I'm just organizing my stuff. Come on now. Those pauses, dude. Yeah, I got a problem with Shoma, though. You mean like... Set a stipulation. I want you to... If you're gonna cuck me, at least do it in front, you know? Just look, man's over here like, look, just... So that means you hate the other guy. Of course, that's how you gotta balance it. Wow. Oh, I've made out my mind. Oh. Damn, she's tossing him the carrot, dude. Yeah, dude, you got this boy's heart on a vice grip. Towards marriage? God, shit! Oh, and now somebody's sick. Every damn year, huh? Relatable! Please don't go check on me. I'm gonna go check on you. I feel that, dude. The fucking weather changes and then you just get sick. It's annoying. I hate summer. She just needs medicine. Oh, she doesn't like the hospital. Didn't you have just... I'm honored. I'll message you every hour. Jesus. They get marked as read? Jesus Christ. If I don't see this get marked as read within the next minute, I'm running back. Damn, he's like... I'm going back home. She didn't respond to him like 10 minutes later. You get somebody here, I need to go home. Because you're not Yakuza. But I'm affiliated. A selection of houseplants. Hot towels. Well, she's not opening the door. I'm just gonna crash right in. My lock picking. Watching out for Yoshino all the time. Yeah. Take care of her for the year. That was the deal. Oh, here's Shoma just being like, trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this deal in specific, huh? So, Kirishima makes mention that Gaku is... It's either Gaku or Renji, but I think he might mean Gaku. His, you know, his father or whatever, you know, his relative is using him, but he knows he's being used as long as he gets to stay by Yoshino's side. And now here he is having that phone call with Renji, where Renji's just like, oh, you know, sorry to get you to stay, stay with her for a whole year, you know, having her stay there for a whole year. Make sure to take care of her. So, like, it's kind of something where, like, either something's happening in Osaka, and so Renji's just like, I need Yoshino to be in Tokyo instead. Because, like, Kirishima's like, well, you know, she could be the reason for war or a deterrent. It really depends on what's happening to her. You know, she's a very important chess piece in this game of, Yakuza chess. Alright. We're gonna get right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 4 of Yakuza Fiancé. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was, it was a pretty good episode. Again, we've got Kirishima and Shoma seeing each other. Shoma, they both immediately hate each other because, of course. Shoma's out here like, yeah, this guy's crazy. You gotta go back to Osaka with me. And Kirishima sees Yoshino hugging Shoma, and he's just like, whoa, even though you guys are supposedly family, you guys are a little close, don't you think? To which is just kind of like, well, even if they were, like, blood related, right? And if they were brothers, like, can't they not hug? You know, and then, you know, with Yoshino being like, what would you do, you know, what would you do to risk your life? You know, you say you wouldn't risk your life for this kind of thing. Who would you risk your life for, or what would you risk your life for? And he points at her, right? Before he's like, oh, there's actually a bug. But I assume Kirishima's just like, I know what's going on here. You know, like, why can't a brother sacrifice his life for his siblings, you know? Anyways, here we are at the beginning, where Shoma is wondering to Kirishima, whose order are you acting on? Do you think Boss Miyama is the one setting my agenda? So he's talking about Gaku. I admit that Yoshino could be used to spark a war with the West. By the West, you mean like west of Japan? Or like, you mean like the actual West? Which is technically would be this side since like it's flipped. Anyways. I mean, not that that'd be kind of crazy, but I assume they're talking about in the bounds of Tokyo, or unless they're talking about like West Asia, you know, specifically. Anyways, so she could spark a war, or she could be used as a deterrent. But unfortunately for you, that's not why she was brought to Tokyo, right? So that's what Shoma was kind of assuming, but Kirishima just straight up tells him that, no, that's not it. I will admit, Boss Some probably, so Some is Renji, so probably doesn't expect Yoshino and I to get married at all, right? He kind of just says that to Yoshino, because he, let's see, probably doesn't expect, yeah, so basically he knows deep down that Renji is probably telling Yoshino, you know, go through it for a whole year, and make him fall in love with you, and then dump his ass and go back to Osaka. So Kirishima has that idea. He's trying to manipulate me for personal reasons. So Renji is. Personal reasons, and I would, again, presume this is something relating to keeping Yoshino safe in Tokyo when something is happening in Osaka instead. And I accepted his offer knowing that. Granted, I plan on using him too, so it's no big deal. So he's planning on using Renji as well. No big deal. So what the hell are you even getting out of all of this? As long as I'm doing what Boss Some asks, Yoshino will be with me. So that's what he wants. I'm in love with her, see? So in that sense, she's irreplaceable. Shoma's just over here like, you fucking out of your damn mind! And then here comes Yoshino. She just has a fucking radar for Kirishima at this point. She's just like, I feel like Kirishima's close by. I gotta get down. I came here to take you home. It's kind of late after all. How do you even know where? Okay, so I did want to take a look at this too. So she's like, let's see it. Like, give me your fucking tracker. So he hands her it over. So she looks at this and she says, I knew it. This nut made a clone of my phone and used that to get the location info from the original. What in the absolute shit? What? Huh? Made an original for phone. So like, unless you're telling me that Yoshino's phone is like 1 in a million and not just any other default phone or any other smartphone that she has. All right, you know what? I'm gonna stop thinking about this. How to keep him interested. Are you high maintenance and dependent on your boyfriend? Men tend to get bored of women they consider burdens. Try to be less clingy and obnoxious and interact with men other than your significant other. Jesus Christ, bro. Talk about a fucking highly blame game right here, dude. Shit. Are you saying that women... okay, this is just me going... but like... It's like men tend to get bored of women they consider burdens, but I'm just like, I mean, you can just swap that around and be like, women tend to get bored of men they consider burdens. Anybody wants to be in a relationship where the other person is like, not to say like, you know, a burden, but like too much of a fucking burden, you know, it just keeps fucking piling up. Although I will say, there's somebody I know who's kind of in a relationship kind of like that, and she's also a woman, but that is like, 1 person out of a million, alright? So Kirishima has a call with Renji, right? Oh, her fever broke. Like, oh, that's great, you know, great news. She's giving you a hard time. Yeah, she is. She's calling me she keeps calling me a stalker all the time, which, I mean, you deserve it. But he's like, hey, I'm not complaining. Most people would have been uncomfortable enough to have run off, but I get the feeling she's going to stay the entire year. That right, says Renji. She does take after me in the weirdest ways. I know I'm asking a lot here, but take care of her for the year, alright? Of course, I'll stalk her or whatever else it takes. That was the deal after all. So, like, his whole deal is that he has to keep an eye on Yoshino, keep her safe, while Renji is doing something with the people of Tokyo or whatever. Or, like, you know, maybe he's afraid if there's gonna be a war in Osaka. And again, that's why he wants Yoshino to be in, Tokyo. But here's Shoma, listening in on this whole spiel, trying to figure out what the heck's going on. How are you feeling? Just finished 4th period, 1 more class to go. I'll make sure to be home by 5. Sorry if you're sleeping. I let Inamori-san know that you're not feeling well, so if you need anything, just ask him. No response. So he called her. So that was at 12. So he's scrolling up. This was at 10. Seriously, how much? A little higher. How's your fever? So like, oh, well, this was like not red. And so he calls her and she's like not picking up. He's just like, ah, shit, something's happening. But as he's like about to go home, right, he gets a text from Segawa. It's been a while, sorry to bother you, but there's something I'd like to discuss. Can you come by our place tonight waiting for your pride? So he has to go over here to talk about this whole fucking spiel and then get himself back to Yoshino immediately. Okay, so we had a little bit of Shoma, and, you know, Shoma just tells Yoshino, I hate this guy, and that Yoshino should just go back to Osaka, right? This guy's fucking crazy. But Yoshino doesn't want to because she feels like he's got too much of an advantage, and so she can't go back yet. She has to figure out, right? She has to figure out some way to beat him. So that makes Shoma question, like he doesn't really understand. You're willing to give up your own life before your pride, or breaking the rules you set for yourself. I'm pretty sure about that. That I don't understand. I'm pretty sure about that, right? Breaking the rules, you're willing to give up your own life before your pride. Yeah, so why is she putting her pride forward, right, for this guy? And so she says, if I don't have my pride or honor, then I don't have anything. Without them, I may as well be dead. Oh, and then, you know, Shoma got a little surprised right there. You know, his eyes looked more normal. Can you believe that? Before he just blinked and just went right back to that fucking... God, it really just looks like he has like a... He has like a fucking monitor in his, Or you know what? It looks like he has a backlight in his eyes. So, he says, that sounds like you. But I could never risk my my life for stuff like that. Right? His pride. He would never risk his pride for it. And so she asked, then what would you risk it for? And he points it at her, right? Of course, I would risk it for you. That's why he's continuing to do this investigation on why they brought her to Tokyo in the first place. So, you know, she tells him have a safe trip back, and he's decided, I'm just gonna give you a hug. I'll drop by again, he says. I can't leave you alone with this crazy motherfucker. How nice, huh? Look at him, just giving her a hug. And then he fucking sends her a text later on, right? Just like, hey yo, I drank this up for free within 10 minutes, so I got it for free. I just love that shit. They're just sending pictures to each other. It's great. But we got Kirishima just watching them. Very angry out here. We also had this part where Yoshino is reminiscing. Because she's like, oh, I don't tell this about to anybody because I don't want him to think I'm a spoiled child. But I get rides everywhere in Osaka instead of going on a train. But the one time I go on a train, you know, was the first year of middle school where she got to go on the train ride with Shoma. And so here's Kirishima just like, what the fuck did you just say? Oh, you're talking about another boy? How dare you? According to these other dudes' outfit, I presume he is also in high school. God damn, dude. That's a nice looking parfait. But I love that he just sends her that text. She's like in school, so that means that he's ditching school right now. He has to text him, study. But then when she does that, she sees Kirishima just fucking glaring at her, dude. And she's just like, what the hell's going on? But this brings us to this middle section, right, where Yoshino feels that killing intent again. And so she asks him, right, are you bored of me? And when he says no to that, he's like, oh, is it Shoma? Is he what you're mad about? She asks. And he's like, I'm not sure. I've never really hated someone before, so I can't say. I don't even know if I hate this guy, even though I have this murderous intent every time you talk about him. Then what would you do if I told you he and I were going out? That's fine, he says. Really? You mean it? Yeah, I've arranged for my girls to be with other guys plenty of times before, so the idea of you having a good time with some guy from Osaka behind my back sounds great. I'm still over here like, oh, I've arranged my girls with guys before, and I'm just still over here like, what do you mean you've arranged them with... Do you mind if I set a stipulation, though? You're free to be with whomever you want, Yoshino, and I won't mind, except for the part where I do mind it. But whatever you do, I want you to do it in front of me. Again, if you're gonna cuck me, you better do it in front of me. Yoshino was like, the fuck? You know how people talk about the carrot and the stick? Well, I don't mind there being no carrot. He just wants the stick. Getting hit with the stick feels much sweeter anyways. That's true in most cases, but not with you. I fell hard for you and can't ever seem to get a leg up, which is why I want to make sure to balance the carrot and the stick. Alright, I don't want it to lean too heavy on you, right? There should be a balance between us. So it's kind of like what he feels like, oh, well, I can go around and fool around with other girls behind my girl's back, right? As long as they can do the same thing as well. But I'm having this weird feeling where I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want that to happen to you. Which then, like, if he sets this stipulation, then that means that if he fools around with other girls, he has to do it in front of Yoshino, doesn't it? I mean, if that's not the case, like, don't you think that's, like, not balanced at all? But then again, it is Yoshino who says, I don't give a shit if you are doing this with other girls, but that's also because she's like, I don't like you, so like, I don't give a shit what you want to do. So he says, if you're going to cheat on me, all of the sex and the kissing, make sure to do it where I can see it. You can even tie me up if you want to, but once it's over, I'll kill the other guy. That way, it all balances out. What the hell are you talking about? You're out of your mind. I love that I mean, consider that Yoshino and Shoma are from Osaka, right? They both have the same accent. The hair you talking about? You out of your mind. You're saying that if Shoma and I were really going out, you'd end up killing him in the end. Are you going out? No, we're not. I told you he was family. Okay, yeah. So, Kirishima's just out here like, yo, dog, this ain't fair at all because you're supposed to get angry and jealous at me when I go behind other girl, when I do the schmexing and all that with other girls, but you're not, and yet here I am getting this feeling when you're talking to other guys. That's not fair at all. So we should have this new rule where I fucking kill that guy after you have sex sex with him in front of me. I mean, I guess at least he's laying out the rules. They're not good. They're not great. They are certainly not great at all. This boy was not made for an open relationship, especially for a person that he feels like he's genuinely in love with. Although I don't think Yoshino is one to be in an open relationship either. How about I become normal then? Right? Since Yoshino's like, oh, you really are crazy. Well, how about I become normal? I'll become your idea of a normal guy. I don't really have a good idea how it'd work, and I've never tried it before. But for your sake, I'm willing to. I think I can do a decent job as long as you tell me what to shoot for. The hell? So you're willing to turn your life upside down just to please some chick? The answer to that is yes. I'm not sure, maybe? Is that what I'd be doing? I hadn't said anything, but in the name of fairness, all cards on the table, so she lays out her plan. So my plan is that after a year, I'm gonna ditch you and head back to Osaka. But I've made up my mind, on the off chance that I fall for you, I'm gonna stay in Tokyo. Tossing him the carrot out here. Knowing you, I'd bet you'd be able to act like my ideal guy, alright. But that sure as shit ain't gonna make me fall for you. Then what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Not the kind of thing I'd expect to hear from a playboy like you. If the alternate is half-assing some normie act, then you oughta be the craziest bastard in the world instead. That'd be a damn better sight. He's just all be like, oh shit! She just pierced through my heart, again! If I'm being honest, even though I love you now, I figured I would get bored of you someday. But I was wrong. As long as you never change, I'll never stop loving you, Yoshino. And she's like, oh, this guy's crazy, alright. Whew! Goodness gracious. This is the dark romance that some ladies would want, I think. I don't know. It's a dark romance they'd fantasy about, but I would feel definitely do not want IRL. Just the fantasy stuff, you know? So, you know, even though Kirishima's crazy, you know, that, oh, he still cares for her. Look at him, I mean, taking care of her when she was having a fever and everything. Oh, so cute and adorable. But the plot thickens for the whole Yakuza plot stuff. Again, some stuff is happening behind the scene. We don't know about it yet, since we mainly follow Yoshino for the most part, right? So we're kind of as lost as she is, and we're getting, like, information fed to us slowly, but you know, we'll just have to see what this will lead us to. But until then, again, it's a good episode. If I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. And that's it. Bye.